Hello everyone. Let me just log myself in and welcome. Thanks for joining. And I don't want to hear myself talking. All right. Okay, let's just give it a few seconds. We'll go ahead and get started here tonight. As you're coming in, you know the rules. Well, not really rules, but I'd love to know who all is here as you're coming in. Be sure to say hello so that we can welcome you here. I got my coffee. So if you've got your coffee, grab that and sit back and enjoy. Oh, I'm freezing. Okay, let's see. It says two, so I'm thinking one is me. One might be someone else. So if you are here and you're trying to keep quiet, we know that you're here. We just don't know who you are. So tell us hello and let us know who you are so we can say hello to you. And then I'm going to get started. So if you're coming in late or if you're watching the replay, welcome. If you are watching the replay, be sure to just leave a little hashtag replay down in the comments so that we know. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open myself up a new Tombow. And I don't know why I'm not seeing no comments. Swipe left to reveal comments. Oh, there we are. Hi, Betty. Hi, Fran. Here, people are coming in now. Betty, how are you? Hi, Kay. Just going to get a new Tombow. One of these was really low, and it's that one. Hello, and welcome, everybody. We're going to be playing with a new bundle tonight. Well, not a new bundle. It's a new old bundle. The Color and Contour bundle. And I want to welcome you. If you're first time joining me tonight, thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to join me. I really do appreciate that. Let me just make sure I can get into the picture here. Moving, now back in bed. Oh, well, you take care of yourself. Hi, Carol. Welcome. You're here too. That's fantastic. Last week I was starting to think that y'all forgot about me. I took a week off for Thanksgiving and I lost you all. So here we are back. And what is today? Where is my calendar? Oh my goodness, where is my calendar? Today, I've only been typing it all day long, right? Today's December 9th, 2021. And woo, what a cold one it was here today in northeastern Pennsylvania. Your sound is funky? You were card making? Anybody else's sound funky? Can you all hear me? I could get my microphone if that would make it easier. Let me know. Can everybody hear me? I want to make sure you can hear me. I always have stories to tell. Let me know. Put in the comments if I sound okay. Hey, Michelle. You sound okay? All right, so maybe it's Kay having a little bit. Kay, maybe if you go out and come back in. You sound fine? Okay, great. Okay, well, welcome all of you that are here. Yes? Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and get going. I have so many samples to share with you. You know, this is the Color and Contour bundle. And if you were lucky enough and you purchased this yesterday, you would have got free shipping on it. I did put that little bug in your ear to order it if you don't have it. It is a bundle right now, but when the catalog is over, of course, it won't be bundled anymore. So this bundle sells for $50.25. So if you jumped in on the free shipping yesterday, you would have got yourself quite a bargain. But if you did not, it's still a bargain because you saved 10%. And I'm working out of the annual catalog. It's already what, the second Thursday in December, kind of the second Thursday in December. We only have 2 more weeks to Christmas, so I kind of figure everybody pretty much has their cards done. We had a great time on Sunday at the Cookies and Card event. I must have got about, I had my cards done. Well, I think I do. I think I'm going to be making more cards. You reconnected, now it's fine. Okay, great. Good. I want to make sure you can hear me. We had a fun time on Sunday, and we shared some cookies, cards, laughs. I don't think we did any crying, which is probably good. I must have addressed, I want to say maybe 80 to 100 cards for the Cards for Heroes. I think that's what they're calling it through the local radio station. And it's funny, I had 2 little shopping bags. So I take them to Pizza Bella in 40 Fort after work on Monday. And I'm thinking, where do I put these, right? And the girl goes, I said, I have the card donations for the heroes. And she goes, well, there's a bin over there. And so there's this little box with a little slit in the top. And I'm like, but I have 2 shopping bags full. And she goes, oh. So she goes, I'll take them right here. So it kind of felt good. Number 1, to clear a whole bin. Where's the bin that I had? I can show you. Well, this has just some of my stuff in it. But it was a huge bin like this from the Dollar Tree. This was filled with cards. Cards already made. So it was kind of a feel-good thing. And I'm kind of like, so if my Christmas cards are late this year, which I'm going to start working on addressing them, that's the reason why. Because I was signing and writing a little something in each one of those cards to be donated. So Color and Contour is a great bundle. One of the great things, just one of the many great things of being a demonstrator, is that Stampin' Up! Provides us with ideas. So what they have done, they have a bundle focus program. And that's what it's called. Yeah, bundle focus. So the bundle focus for this month is actually this bundle. And I have a total class plan that I would love to share with each and every one of you. And if you don't have this bundle, which of course you're going to need it, you're going to want it, you're going to have it after I show you my samples. I will try to see if I could post this here. If not, somewhere I'll be able to post this. So these are the 2 cards I'm doing. And the best part is Stampin' Up! Did all the work for me. It told all the products, all the sizes, all the everything. And every month they do this with a bundle of products. So how fabulous is that? So that's what we're going to be working on. Color and Contour. If you're interested, the stamp set, and there are, the scallop dies, like hello. It's item number 158356. And write that down. It's photopolymer, Color and Contour stamp set, and the scallop contour dies. And I'm going to be using all of them. And these are the projects I'm going to be share with you. Very easy, very quick, simple, something you can incorporate with layouts for whatever it is you have. Or again, like I said, you're going to want this. So let's take a look at it. Here in the catalog, it is on page 98. And look at the fabulous samples that they provide for us. And these are the actual size. And, oh, my dog is in here. I thought that was the wind. And here it was just her moaning. Actual size of the stamps, the dies. But there's so many more dies than that. Real pretty set. And I always say no more flowers. Here I am. Flowers. New catalog. Flowers. But flowers sell. People love flowers, right? And this is just so pretty. And oh my gosh, you're going to be blown away when you see my samples. Because at first I sat down and I thought, I can't come up with anything. How many of you can relate to that? I can't come up with anything. And then once I started playing, I got a little inspiration from Stampin' Up. I was like, well, yeah, of course. So check it out. It is in the annual catalog. So this catalog is good until April. And anywho, so here's the stamp set. And like I said, it's kind of a mess because I was still playing last night with it. And I bought these little magnet sheets. I actually had to order more. But here are the dies, the scallop contour dies. Now look at all of these rectangle dies. These alone, if you don't want the stamp set, that's fine, but of course you want them both because you get a bundle price. It has this cute little border, my goodness, scallop border, and then it has 2 dies here. One will cut out this flower here, and the other one will cut out that flower there. And it's a 2-step. How many of you remember 2-step? So you stamp your image, and then this goes over the top. Stamp your image over the top, stamp your image over the top. And really great font. You're absolutely amazing. Here for you now and in better days ahead. So very happy for you, and thank you for everything. So really, really nice, fun set. And it is photopolymer, so you're able to see where you're stamping. And I don't think I haven't used, you can see what I haven't used. I haven't used this, this, or this. Everything else, yes, I've used. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me get my cheat sheet. Like I said, I will try to find a way to get it to you. Even if you want it and you want to know, what all was used and sizes and whatnot, I could even email it to you. I can scan it in an email. So to make the 2 samples, we're going to be using Granny Apple Green, Fresh Freesia, and Mango Melody. Look at the combo of colors. Huh, who's ready for spring? We haven't even gotten to winter yet, and I'm already talking spring. I'm also going to be pulling in the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and I have a couple extra spools in here because I just kind of threw them in. So I'm going to be focusing on using that. So I'm going to use this one here. So the other one I'm just going to put in my tray. I'm going to use that. And of course our dimensionals, we can't do anything without those. And let's go ahead and get this party started, right? All right. Some of the things I've already done ahead of time because I have so many samples to share. I don't want to hold you up all night long. But anyhow, all right. So we have here our Fresh Freesia cardstock. And this is your basic card, 8.5 by 11, cut in half, scored at 4 1/4. And we're just gonna get right in there and get going. Aurora, she's always biting on her feet. I think I make her nervous. You think I make her nervous? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna get a block here. My blocks are a mess. I think I need to invest in new blocks. All right, let me push my sleeves up. We're gonna get down and get stamping. So this little stamp that's here with the all over little dot design, I mean, that in itself is worth buying this for because you can use that for so many things. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it on a smaller block though. Will it fit on there? Yes, it'll fit on there. So you may ask, well, why are you putting it on a smaller block? Here's what's going to happen if I don't. If I put it on this larger block, I risk the chance of getting ink all around my block, and when I go to stamp, I'm most likely, 9 times out of 10, going to get that ink on my card. So if you go to a block that more supports the size of it, you're less likely to have that happen. Let me just move this around a little bit. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so we're going to do tone on tone color. So if you don't have fresh Freesia and you want that, if you have a Versamark ink pad, you could pretty much get the same thing because it's not going to make any color. It's just going to make it a little darker. But we have the stamp, we have the ink. So look at that. I mean, it's just, isn't it just like a fun all over kind of design? And let me see. I'm going to put a little bit here, little there. You could even stamp in between without inking. I don't know. I never know when there's enough. Let's just say that's enough. And I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Scrub, my Stampin' Mist. And I'm just going to have to spritz this one time. And this is our wonderful Stampin' Mist. And you can buy the big refill bottle once you buy your little spritzer. Or if you already have a spritzer, just buy the refill. And one side is wash, and if that's shaken, I'm sorry, I'll try not to. One side is dry, and then you're good to go. All right, I'm going to put that off to the side here. Okay, so next up, we are going to get ourselves, now what I did here, like I said ahead of time, I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and ran it through the cut and emboss machine. I used the big one this time. Only because when I was making the cards, I just didn't know what all I was doing. And of course, the small cut and emboss machine will only fit 3.5 inches. And this fills, look at this, fills almost a whole card. Ugh. Are you kidding? So I'm going to use this one here. And if you're wondering which one is that, it is the third one in. Okay, so you have this small rectangle. You have this one that makes these little slits, and this is the third one. So I cut that out of Very Vanilla. And I'm so glad that Stampin' Up! Is using Very Vanilla, because how many of you failed to use your Very Vanilla? And I am one of those, because I'm always with the basic white. And poor Very Vanilla is just sitting there on the shelf saying, hello, you forgot about me again. So we're going to do a thank you for everything, because the holidays are coming. People are going to give you gifts and you're going to want to thank them. So maybe you're not going to want to thank them for gifts at Christmas, but maybe you're going to want to thank them for something. And this says thank you for everything, right? Everything. So we're just going to stamp that right up there. Thank you for everything. My little cleaner off on the side here. Wash and dry. We're good to go. And I know I had a nap. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to sleep through my live. I don't know. I come home from work. Well, first off, I had to go to the, well, I didn't have to, but I went to the grocery store. I wanted to get my stuff for Christmas, and I don't know. I am very ahead of things. I'm going to get the garden apple green, and I'm going to stamp this little leafy thing, okay? But I am ahead of everything this year, from decorating to everything. And I don't know why. I'm very much in the spirit this year, which normally I'm not. Since my mom passed, I kind of went through a funk. And this year, I got my stuff together. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to stamp this on here. And you may be saying, well, what is that? Well, that is the leaf and the stem of the flower. Okay, wash and dry, wash and dry. But, oh my gosh, I don't know what the heck happened at the store, but there were so many people in the store. Like, wow, I was shocked. Okay, so now we want to stamp the flower. So let's put this aside for a second. And let me show you a little something about the flower. So two-step, okay? Two-step can sometimes be, you know, you want to align them up. Let me say that. You want to align them up. So the way they are on the front of the stamp set, that's how you want to align them up. So I'm going to kind of pick, so there's this one here with this little thing and a single one, okay? So, well, you know, they're kind of a little bit smaller than, are they a little smaller? Yeah, they are. So I'm going to align it that way. Then this is going to be the second part of it. And this little one here that has this little hook on it, that's going to go this way. Okay? So then what you can do is you take your block and you put it that way. I'm going to put that there. Now you can take a permanent marker, put a little arrow on your block. Do I have a permanent marker here? Well, I don't, but let me grab an alcohol marker. Let me see if that'll work. What color do I want? Oh my gosh, what color do I want? So just pick a color. Oh, did you see what just happened? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? What the heck? Okay, well, return to sender. All right, let's try another one. Oh my gosh, am I like not strong, or I'm stronger than I know? Okay, that worked. Okay, so let's put an arrow. So that means this side up. I can't believe that just happened. Did that ever happen to any of you? Now I can't get the lid on this one back on. Has that happened to anyone before? What the heck? All right, I'm not going to play with that now. Well, that worked. Oh my goodness. Is it a faulty one? Can someone tell me? I don't know why I'm not seeing comments. You guys see that happen? Where is the chamois? I don't know. Chamois is MIA. Okay, so we're going to take this block onto there. And let's try to be careful. Maybe I am Wonder Woman or Superwoman. I'm going to put my little arrow going up that way. I'm going to put that off to the side because I got to investigate that after the live. Oops. Okay, so there we go. So now we know how to stamp these so that, you know, they don't have to be perfect, but, you know, I know how you all are. Everybody wants everything to be perfect. All right, so if you don't comment, the comments go away. It has happened to you. Hi, Cheryl. Yeah. Now, definitely, if that happens to you, either call Stampin' Up! Or contact your demonstrator that you bought it from, and they could call Stampin' Up! Or, you know, you can just do yourself. Now, this is weird. Has anybody had this happen to their ink pad that they haven't used in a long time? I don't really think I haven't used it in a long time. You don't know your own strength. Honestly, who knew? I noticed I had to re-ink it, and it kind of looks a little funky. So I don't know what happened with that. You are a demo. Well, you better contact yourself and maybe contact Stampin' Up! And tell them. Might be some sort of faulty thing. Okay, so we have our arrow going up. We are going to ink in the Mango Melody, and we're going to stamp on this little block. We got our arrow going up, so we know how it goes, right? Okay. And then the color is kind of weird too. So, I mean, I know I've had the ink pad since, you know, the new style came out. So here's our second one, and there's that little hooky kind of, you know, stamp. So I'm going to use that to align up right up that way. And look at, as we say in demo world, ta-da! Ah! Okay, so let's try it again, because maybe I was just lucky. All right, we got our arrow. And I like to do the outline first. I don't know what you guys do, but that works for me. So we have that little weird looking wide thing at the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to ink up this one. And I went full strength. I didn't stamp off. And we have that little hooky thing. I got to put it closer to me, so if my head's in the way, I'm sorry. Ta-da! Do I have any more? No, I only have 2 pieces there. Okay, so there we go. That is the way to do it. Now, what you may even be able to do is, you know, here on your stamp, if I peel this off, if I put a little arrow with a permanent marker to show this is up, you know, maybe that'll work for you. But temporarily, you can go ahead and use your Stampin' blends. And the best part with that is take a little bit of alcohol. Let me try. I think I have a hand sanitizer here, which is pretty much like alcohol. Yeah, I do, from Nancy. And look, it's this wonderful black cherry Merlot. Ooh. So let's try it and rub it on here. And look, it goes away. See? Oh. Let me get my rag and wipe that off. And wipe off my block too. So, see, it comes right off. And then, of course, wipe off here. Oh, hot mess. All right. Okay. So let me move this out of the way. So now what you want to do is you want to cut that out. So what you will do then is you will grab your die. And again, you can mark your die as well. I just kind of go around to see, you know, where it's going to go. And that looks, does that look right? That looks about right. Where's my little mini guy? Because I already have one done. But let me grab my little mini guy. And, anyhow, I just want to show you how easy it is to do. So I have my little mini, and I'm sorry if it's jiggling and wiggling, but this is a live show, and you just don't know what is going to happen. So anyhow, I went to the store. Oh, what was that fell down? Oh, my bag. I went to the store, excuse me, after work. And it was like crazy time. Every aisle was loaded with people. Everybody had carts full. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to walk around a little bit. And of course, you know, I walked around because I'm like, oh yes, that's right. I forgot this and I forgot that. And, you know, I never seem to make a list, which is my problem. But I was getting my stuff for Christmas Eve dinner. And I know you're probably thinking, what? Well, Christmas Eve dinner, trying to find which way this goes because I moved it. Christmas Eve dinner, I am hosting this year. We had, why can't I figure out how it goes? We had Thanksgiving at my son's house, and we kind of switched things up a little bit. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Let's just do this. So I'm doing Christmas Eve dinner, so everybody kind of brings something, and I'm going to be, this weekend, making my homemade ravioli. So I had to go and get the meat, and the spinach, and the cheese, and the, okay, it goes like that. Okay, Sue, don't move it. And all that. So I also thought, well, you know what? I don't know about you guys, but when you go to, now why can't I find that? When you go to the store, like some things on the shelves, they're just not there. Like I wanted to get some beef broth, and it was like, what the heck? You know, is somebody having some sort of big beef party? Because there was like no beef broth on the shelf. And I don't know why I can't line that up, but I'm not going to play with that no more. I'm done. I only need one. Anyhow, you know. So I did manage to find an off-brand of beef broth. And, but I don't know. So I am making the homemade raviolis. I am making this dessert we call strawberry pretzel salad, which is kind of like a dessert that I make every Christmas Eve. Okay, so this little guy is going to go in here. Why is my watch going off? Oh, look at someone in my class from back in 1979 visited my profile. I'm sure they did. Who belongs to that classmates.com? I think that that's a farce. I think they just want you to go there and to join and them to get your money. But anyhow, so I'm doing that strawberry pretzel jello. What else am I making? Well, the sauce. I'm going to provide the sauce. Michelle's going to make the, we're having Italian. I know, my mother. Sorry, Mom. She's probably up there going, what? What happened to the pierogies and the fish? I'm just looking to see which way I want this to go. Let's just go like that. Make life easy. So we are going to, well, I want to see that. Yeah, no, that's good. Stop second guessing yourself. Yeah, I talk to myself because you know what? I'm here. You are all there. That's all. Oh, who was that said that? Michelle, that's all. Michelle's making, did I say what she was making? She is making, I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to put a dimensional on the back to hold it there. She's making chicken parmesan. Ricky and Aaron, well, I guess it's Ricky. He's making Italian wedding soup and I think garlic bread. So it's going to be fun. So I got everything I need to make the strawberry pretzel jello and all that. And then I had to get a couple things for myself, like my yogurt. And here's another thing. You know how hard this is to tie? Because you sometimes, I'm looking for my glue dots, sometimes need an extra hand. Well, I only got 2. If I'm lucky, I have 2 that are working. Because a lot of times, changing weather like this, the arthritis, Nelly, can I tell you? So what you want to do is get yourself a glue dot. And I want to put my knot right there, okay? So take your twine around, your linen thread, whatever you want to use. So take that, make crosshair and stick it there. And look, it's like someone came with their finger. Like, you know, when you're, and this is a family show, people, so sometimes, you know, when you're wrapping a gift, you need someone to hold their finger there so you could tie the bow. Well, a glue dot will do it for you. That's all you need, okay? So anyhow, yeah, that I'm almost just about done with my Christmas shopping. I have to do the wrapping, but you know, if you're like me, I hate wrapping. So I do those bags, and I'm going to tell you, whoever came up with that bag idea, instead of wrapping paper, they are geniuses. Okay, so there we go. So let's bring our card in that we did our little fancy schmancy little background, and look at, oh, ta-da! Ta-da, we are going to put more dimensionals. Oop, there's the back of a dimensional. Going to put more dimensionals on the back. This is going to help hold that twine or baker's twine or linen thread, whatever it is that you're using. Hold that down, and there you go. So I have my house is all decorated. Probably, well, I was told throw up Christmas, but that's okay because I love it. And this is, like I said, the first year that I'm actually into Christmas after Mom passed. But so I know she's looking down and she is smiling from ear to ear. And ta-da! I have to go up a little higher, I think. And there is the card. Now you can go ahead on the inside. Did I do that on the inside? No, I didn't. You can go ahead and run your die through the vanilla cardstock and put a fancy little inside in here if you wish. That would be really nice, and stamp. But I'm just going to leave this plain. Thank you for everything. So thank you all. You can also go ahead and, you know, Stella, we love you, right? Doing all over Stella. Oh, can I see her? No, you know what? Let me do a little more Stella. I think I need to add some alcohol to Stella, because I think she drank it all. I can see it a little bit. Let me try the flick method. So there's many ways to use Stella. You can color with her, you can flick her, you can tap her. Yeah, Stella is, I think she is run out of caboose in her juice. But anyhow, it's pretty. If you don't have that, let's go ahead and, bling. Elegant faceted gems. Like what? Look at those. Like, I mean, put that on a ring for me and I am engaged to my cards. So let's go ahead and put a couple of those on. Being you can't really see Stella. Oh, you know what? We can put right in the center. Oh, I can see Stella now. I don't know if you guys aren't able to see Stella. So let's use these ones that have this little bit of tinge to them. And put one there, one there. These are kind of big. I kind of would like a smaller one, but I used all them. But aren't these beautiful? I don't know if they're picking up on the camera or not, but wow, these are like, oh yeah, you see that. Oh yeah, I can see it. You can see it. Okay, so thank you for everything. And I have a couple extra flowers, so I'll be doing even more creating. So that is card number 1. And like I said, I have full directions. And I'm going to try to post it. I'm going to try to post it somewhere. Or I don't know how I can get it to you, but we will get it to you. Okay, so card number 2. Card number 2. Oops. Oh gosh, where did my flower go? Oh, there it is. It blends right on my carpet. Okay, so card number 2. We're going to be using the Pale Papaya. Pale Papaya. Isn't that a pretty color? And we're going to fold that in half. Same type of card like before. Okay, this card I think is very elegant. Very elegant. Okay. So for our Pale Papaya, we're just going to leave that plain. Now we took, again, very vanilla. And this time, is this the same size we used before? This time we're using this one. Let me bring my sheet in. So this one would be the 4th one. So I think last time we used the 3rd one. This one's going to be the 4th one. And you're going to cut that out. Okay? Do that. Then what you're going to do, and I probably can do it for you. Of course I can do it for ya. All right. So we're going to use the stamp that's this big long flower thing. And I have to use a big long block to fit that puppy on there. Get on there. Get her on. Get her on. All right. So I have just a piece of Very Vanilla. Now I'm using the thick Very Vanilla cardstock because this card doesn't have a lot of layers. And I want it to have some substantiability. Is that a word? And I'm going to go into the Granny Apple Green. And you're thinking, what? You're doing that in green? Just wait. And we're going to stamp 2 of these. I'm going to put one here. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to put one here. It doesn't really matter. Just so you fit them on, you need 2. Let me do a wash and dry off to the side. So yeah, so this weekend I'm going to be making my ravioli, and I figure I'm going to be making a double batch because I believe there's going to be, I don't know how many of us are there, 8, 9, and I think we need 10 dozen. What do you guys think? Are you like me? You got to make 10 dozen? Okay, so this is 2-step stamp, and here is the second step to it. It's going to color in our flowers. We're going to use the fresh freesia. Now this one is easy because it has this little tiny bud up here. That's right there. So I think 10 dozen of their meat ravioli. I was never successful with the cheese ones, and I'm not really a cheesy fan of ravioli. I like meat. So I use meat and spinach. It's a recipe I got from my mother from years ago. Ooh, that's very dark. It's a good thing I have ones already done. I just re-inked my ink pads because after seeing that that one ink pad, I thought it best. Okay, so there you go. And if it's off center, that's how they're made. So no worries. If people aren't happy with that, they can go and spend, I don't even know, what are cards now? 10 bucks? They can spend 10 bucks on a card. Okay, so you are all amazing. So I'm going to make this card for all of you. And I'm going to say, you're absolutely amazing. And I'm going to take this pre-cut scallop, and I'm going to go into the Magenta Madness. Is that what it's called? Magenta Madness? No, it's not Magenta Madness. It is Mango Melody. Look at how the color of it got. Huh. I'm having my issues today with colors. This I'm going to stamp down here in the corner as directed on the tutorial. You are absolutely amazing. Okay. I hope you're all still there with me. All right, so we'll set this aside, and I think we're done with these. I'm going to close these up. So we have our Mango Melody. These are the 3 colors I used. The Fresh Freesia, which is an in color, and the Granny Apple Green. I'm going to move this aside. Let me bring in little Betsy here. Haven't really named her. Speaking of Betsy, I saw on the news the other day, and because this won't fit in here, because it's only 3.5, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to do a little cut around. Speaking of Betsy, how many of you out there name your cars? Do you name your cars? You give your car a name? Okay, I do. I pretty much name everything. I name my embroidery machine. You know, he's Bob. And, of course, no offense to you, Betty, if you're still here, but the secondhand one that I bought, she has a bobbin problem, so she's Bad Bob and Betty. My car is called Pearl because she's white, but she has that pearlish color. We're going to run this through with the die. We're going to cut these both out. So I name things. So they said that Betsy is the #1 name for cars. I guess I'm not alone with naming my car and other things. So there it is there. Isn't that pretty? Oh, don't forget there's a little thing in the center. Did that come out? Yeah, it did. Right in there, there's a little tiny piece. Stay back. This little piece, don't forget to take that out. So that is the #1 name for cars. Don't forget, oh yes, George. And you're all wondering, oh, a new love in your life? Well, kind of, sorta. George is my little Roomba robot. Well, he's not really Roomba because I can't afford that, but he's a faux Roomba. But he's my little robot that sweeps my floor for me. His name's George. I actually used my little Cricut Joy machine, and I put a little butler picture on him, and I put, "Hi, I'm George." Yeah, I know. I mean, hey, come on, you know. What are you going to do? Okay, so we cut those out. And you see how these are left? Wait till I show you what I did on one of my cards with these left over. Of course, they weren't cut like this, but wait till I'll show you. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. So yes, George is the little carpet butler, I so call him, and he is fabulous. All right, so let's bring, where's my card base? That's the card I made. Okay, here it is. All right, so I'm going to bring that in. So now we're going to take these two floral pieces and we're going to layer them like as though they are a nice, beautiful little bouquet, like so. I'm going to turn them over. So they could be a little tricky to put together, but I'm taking that all out of the picture by using my dimensionals and sticking them together with that. Like, really? Who would have thought? Well, you know, I didn't. I'm not going to take credit for what's not me. Stampin' Up! Did this. And you know what the other thing is for demonstrators? They actually provide you, now let's put lots of dimensionals on here because like Kay says, if she's still here, I'm not going to earn the incentive trip by just putting 2 dimensionals. You got to put a lot of them. Stampin' Up! Even provides us with a video on how to put these cards together. So really, now there is going to be, I'm going to take another glue dot back here because I'm going to need something to hold on to my thread. There's going to be another promotion. If you missed out on the fabulous promotion that they had, the joining for $75, Celebration is coming and there's going to be another fabulous promotion. And I would love to have you on my team. So I put that there, but you know what I think I need to put a little dimensional there too? I need to have you on my team. I need us to keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. So I would love to have you join, but wait until Celebration. Unless you really want to get all the new products, like now, we can order them as demonstrators from the new catalog. Like, hello, another reason. And speaking of new products and catalogs and things like that, FYI, I lost my ribbon scissors. There is quite a delay in shipping. So if you were looking to order something to have it in time for the holidays, I'm going to tell you, order it today. Don't even wait. You should have ordered it yesterday during the promotion, but if you didn't, maybe you had to wait for payday or whatever. The shipping is, I placed my pre-order shipping on December 1st when us as demonstrators were able to order, and I just got notification, I believe it was yesterday, that it shipped. So, and I'm still waiting for something that I ordered over the Thanksgiving holiday, which is coming USPS, which is even worse, horrendous than it is from the UPS. Okay, so I'm going to struggle a little bit putting this down, but nah. Stick that down. Look at that, how beautiful. So now we're just going to tie another bow. And see, I stuck that to the back, so it's like I had a third hand here helping me. I'm going to do a knot. I'm going to do a knot. I'm just going to tie a little bow. And I know I cut off way more than I should. Sometimes I bite off more than I can chew, but anyhow. Oops. This was the trouble I struggled last night, was using my fingers to tie bows. My hands are hurting. But, okay. Now we're going to make sense of this big bow. You can zhoosh it and make it the size you want. And oh my gosh, who uses zhoosh? Somebody uses zhoosh. Was it Ricky or Aaron that used zhoosh over the Thanksgiving holiday? And look at that, how pretty that is. Now you can go ahead and stamp the background like we did before, but we're going to keep it simple. Keep it simple, stampers. We're just going to go ahead. We're going to load this puppy up with dimensionals because you need to use a lot of dimensionals to earn the incentive trip. So the more the merrier. And if you want to earn an all expense paid trip as well, another reason to join the Stampin' Up! Family. And who knows? There's a lot of demos that earn it. I'm hoping one of these days. So if you guys keep ordering, you'll help me earn the incentive trip, and then I could pretty much take you along with me. I would love that. I would like probably pee myself. Pardon that, but I'm just telling you that that's how excited I probably would be if I did earn it. Okay, so here it is here. We're going to just stick that on just like that, and ta-da! All right, let me see. I think I have another Wink of Stella here. Let me see if she hasn't dried up like a prune as well. And I'm going to squeeze her in the lid here. Ooh, she's getting unscrewed there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So we're going to go over here with Wink of Stella. Oh, yes, she's very juicy. Coming out a little bit too quickly there, Stella. Girl. And then you could do an all over little and there you go. But you know, ooh, that one must have the alcohol in it, because man, I could smell alcohol. But you know, let's just add a little more bling bling. And I think I'm going to put these clear ones because I think they're pretty. So we're just going to add a couple of those because I don't know. I mean, I'm not much of a girly girl, but when it comes to bling on my cards, like, hello, bring it on, sister. Oh, where'd that one? Oh, it's stuck on the other side of my finger. Hold on. And take your pick tool. If you don't have one of those when you're ordering this bundle, be sure to add that on too, because you will not be sorry with that. Stick those over there. And ta-da! Now look at the difference in color. This was before I re-inked my ink pad, and this is after. So re-ink your ink pads. And then these were the two that I was going to do, but then I got carried away. So re-ink your ink pads, ladies and gentlemen. Re-ink, re-ink. So those were them. These are these. Let me put the pieces back in my tray, because that's tray here. So these are the, well, how am I going to put this? These are the cards. This one needs, where's that wet Stella? Let me bring her in here. Stella. Don't forget, add a Stella. I think this is the wrong one. Is this the wrong one? Let me squeeze her into the, oh no, that's the right one. Add a Wink of Stella on there too. And you could refill these Wink of Stellas. If you notice it's getting, you know, where that other one was dried up, just take it apart. I did a video on it. Go ahead and just add some rubbing alcohol. There's a little tiny tube inside, doesn't take much, and shake it up. And what it does, it's kind of like when you're making gravy and you have a residue left in a jar. You add a little bit of water and shake it up, and then that picks up all the extra residue. And you could do that a few times before, you know, it gets to where it beats the bullet. But after then, don't throw them away. You can use them like a water brush. You can pick up color with them and color with them and make different colors with them and all that kind of jazz. So there's the two cards that Stampin' Up! Has put together for me to share with all of you. But don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. I will post pictures of these. I'll do the ones I did tonight with the bling on my Facebook page for you to take a look. And if you're interested in the PDF tutorials, let me know. All right. What did I do with my lid? Let me clean this up, because before I know it, I'm going to throw that away. And I'm going to throw that away. And throw that away. And let me get my backings and throw them away. Okay, so let's check out some samples. Get your screenshots ready, folks, because you are going to love them. So how about this? This is that pearlescent vellum paper. Can you see how it has that shine to it? It comes in the in colors, so it coordinates with the colors I used tonight. Just use a scrap of it and ran it through that scallop. A little bit of dots on the background. Now, what I did on these flowers is I used, who remembers, a blast from the past, the blender pens. So I used the blender pens to color these in, and I just focused on the center. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to post all of these on the Facebook page, so don't worry if you missed out on doing a screenshot. But I'm holding it here long enough that if you can't wait, there it is. And isn't that pretty? Thank you for everything, and blank inside. What can I tell you? I work so hard on the outsides, they might not all have insides. Okay, you ready? Here comes another one. Look at this. Using those scallop dies. I'm telling you, the scallop dies, if not anything, get them. So what did I do here? Well, I did the flower like I showed you before. Use them always. Yes. And I cut one out of the black. Can you see the black underneath here? And I just offset it a little bit. And look at how that makes it just pop, right? And here's those gems. I use those gems on everything, all these sample cards. Doesn't it make it just like pop right off the page? This was our designer series paper pack, the one that's the in color. Coordinates beautifully. Oh no, this was, I'm sorry, the soft subtles, soft subtle one. So I just pulled out soft subtle colors. Isn't that pretty? And here's my inside. It says nothing because it has so much going on sometimes on the front that you don't want to ruin that, right? You can actually take that and put that in a frame. I'm telling you. So in the inside, I added a little bit more. You're absolutely amazing. Isn't that pretty? Okay, hold on to your socks because here comes more. All right, look at this one. Here for you now. Oh my goodness. Now, what did I use on here? Well, I used the scallop die. This is behind here is that paper that is the hostess paper with 150 workshop or more. You can get that as your benefits. This black piece here, now I have other ones. I ran the scallop through on the black, so I did it on both sides, and what I was left with was this little extra piece. So you can see it was a scallop on this side, scallop on that side. And then on the background here, just stamp lightly, just to give it a little something because the white was too stark. And the background was just stamped, and then I used our blender brushes. Let me grab. So our blender brushes to blend in the color. Oh my gosh, so fun. And I use these Stampin' blends to put a little center in the center of the flower. And how about this ribbon? Oh my gosh, do you not love this? This was in the holiday catalog last year for Halloween, and it's back, and I absolutely love it. And then on the inside, there's where I used one of those scallop pieces. So it says, here for you now and in better days ahead. Who do you think would want a card like this? I'm thinking like everybody, because we're all going through something right now. Everybody has something going on in their lives. So I want them to know that I'm here now and in better days ahead. Okay, here comes another one. Look at how pretty this is. Oh my goodness. So I used, again, scallops. I colored in actually with the blender, Stampin' blends. And here's what happened. This was a mistake. The mistake was when I pulled out the blender pens, I thought this was the Fresh Freesia. I know on when I pulled this one out, I thought this was fresh. This was the one I started with. Thought it was Fresh Freesia. And I colored it and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the wrong color. It's the light polished pink. So I did the light polished pink and I thought, well, I could fix that. I can just pull in the Freesia. Now, don't they look like pretty close? So these are the Fresh Freesia. I just colored over and blended it in, and I saved the day. A little bit in the center. I even used the Stampin' blends to color these beautiful, elegant faceted gems. I used the white ones and I colored them in to make them the Fresh Freesia. And here's those little scallops. Here's a little scrap of that vellum again. And then on the inside, same kind of thing. Here for you now and in better days ahead. And because it was so stark, I just lightly stamped that little flower image over the front. Isn't that pretty? And if you're looking for ribbon to buy, and I know a lot of the things you want to purchase are on back order or not orderable. This is that crinkle white ribbon. If any ribbon you're going to order, definitely get this. You can use your inks or your Stampin' blends or your markers to color in the ribbon and make it any color you want it to be. So definite great investment. Okay, here comes another fun card. I have a couple more. How about this? There is that tinsel-y ribbon again. What is that called? Let me grab it because I have it right here because I love it so much. This is the metallic mesh ribbon. And look at how wide that is. But look at what a great thing it does for your card. It doesn't cover up a lot, but it just adds just that little texture. And again, this checkered paper is from that Hostess pack of paper that you can get with your host benefits. And the only way you could get it is with host benefits. So consider getting some people together. And there's those faceted gems again. Again, Wink of Stella. And then on the inside, I used the other stamp, just the flower stamp, very lightly. Thank you for everything. So real pretty card. Oh my gosh. Did I tell you once I got started, I couldn't stop? Okay, here comes another one. And there's that mesh ribbon again. I couldn't stop. All right, so check this card out. Are you looking at it? Remember how I told you? What did I do with that? Let me grab it out of my trash. Remember how I told you that I used the background? So here it is. I didn't want to waste it. I took it right over the top, just like so. And I masked off. I put some Post-it notes around. And I used, again, the blending brushes to add the color. And pulled it away. And then stamped over the top of it with our Memento Black. And again, using that ink, that DSP that coordinates with the color. Thank you for everything. And look at how simple and beautiful this card is. It's very simple, but I thought I was a genius doing this. I don't know. I've not seen anybody do this on any samples. So I really think I'm the genius here. Let me know. Give me some hearts if you think I'm a genius by doing that. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe myself. Okay. What do I got here? Let me get a sip of coffee. Coffee, tea, whatever. Ugh. I'm so excited. Okay, so of course I couldn't not make a card without the gorgeous grape. One of my favorite colors in the world is purple. So this one is just screaming purple, 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 purple people eater. And love this card. Lots of layers with those scallop dies. If I haven't sold you yet, oh my goodness. And here is this ribbon. Hold on. Let me get my ribbon bin. And I can tell you what that is. Oh, don't forget, the next card coming up is I use this fantastic ribbon, which is the gingham check ribbon. Oh, here it is. This is the Highland Heather, and I believe it is called Grow Grain Ribbon. Look at the iridescent on that. OMG. Really. That's my basket of ribbons. And another one of the Here For You Now, and Wink of Stella. Real pretty is that DSP, all from the Subtles paper pack, and blank inside, because the outside is enough. Okay, and I have one final one. I have some new product on this one. Can anybody notice what is the new product on here? Anyone? 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 Let me grab it. So while you're all saying, I know what it is, or you may not know what it is, because if you haven't gotten your catalog in the mail yet, if you haven't made a purchase with me over the past how many months, you're not going to get one. You'll have to request one. But I used a brand new Stampin' Cut and Emboss folder, and it's called Hive. Can you see the Hive? That means we have a Hive embossing folder. We got some bees a-coming, and you know how I am about bees. Isn't that pretty? Just to give you an all-over texture. And there's that DSP again, that free paper you can get as a, having your hostess, being your hostess, being your own hostess if you want. And here's the Hive folder. And you can use either side. I was kind of not knowing which side. I should have made a card, made 2 cards out of both so I can decide. There's that gingham ribbon, one of my faves. And I wanted to put a sentiment, but I wasn't quite sure. So I took a circle of the basic black, layered that up on dimensionals, and just used another one of the dies, the stitched rectangle dies, and did a little thank you for everything. And I think, and there's those little gems again. You need those. And then on the inside, you're absolutely amazing. So thank you for everything. You're absolutely amazing. And there's that scallop again, the little flowers. But I'm telling you, black, white, and a pop of color will sell you every time. So I saved the best one for last. That is it, and that is all for my cards. So we can take a recap. And you'll have to let me know which one do you like the bestest. I'm telling you, I love them all. I sat here like bewildered. What was I gonna do? And before I knew it, last night, I came up with all of these cards last night, plus cut out some stockings. And I'm not going to tell you what that's all about because I don't want to ruin the surprise for anyone. Cut out some stockings that I'm going to be sewing and embroidering and doing all that fun stuff that I do. Okay, so we have those and these and those, and look at the variety of different cards. Changing up the color. Of course, I picked colors I like, which is the purples. And of course, I always love the pale colors. But aren't they beautiful? Oh my goodness. Can you not, like, how could you not get this? Color and contour. Definitely add this bundle to your collection. You will not be sorry. We used almost everything but... we used everything but the little bud. Did I use So Very Happy for You? I don't remember. But I used everything. But I'm telling you, these dies alone, if you know your budget is tight right now, and I get it, -2. I was like counting the days for payday, which is actually tomorrow, but the money's deposited today from my full-time job. Get the dies. Get the dies. Oh, and don't forget, there is still the special going on with the holiday catalog, the items that are retiring. A lot of the dies some are 50% off. And check out the clearance rack. You may be a little late, but there's probably still some goodies on there. The clearance rack is like cheap, stupid cheap. That things are just so cheap on there. So Stampin' Up! Is clearing out the neighborhood, and it's a great way to get some deals. And you're not going to be sorry. But just keep in mind, whatever you order is an extended time for shipping. Not only for Stampin' Up! Because they're super busy, but either if it comes U.S. Postal Service, which is if you just order a little tiny bit, they're going to ship it USPS. But if you order a larger amount, that's going to come UPS, and you'll probably get it shipped quicker. So anyhow, thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm so happy to be here. I'm trying to decide whether or not to have any Facebooks for the rest of December or not. If I come up with something really fun, which I probably will, with some of the new product, then maybe I'll use that for next week. But I'll keep you posted whether or not, because I do have a lot of other projects that I'm working on to finish up for the holiday season. But and not to mention cookie baking, right? The diabetic woman with the cookie baking. Yeah. Well, I give it all away. I don't need it. So anyhow, thanks everybody for joining. If anybody's still here. And I look forward to seeing you soon. I hope you're all enjoying the trials and tribulations of Jingle Bell and Jolly. I think that they are really getting themselves into some pickles. And they just make Christmas so much fun. I can't wait every year for Jingle Bell to come. And then here, boop, comes Jolly. So who knows what else they're going to bring to the Tim Jack household here. So I think that's a lot of fun, and I enjoy bringing that to you each and every year, as well as my weekly Facebook Lives. So feel free to share this. Come back and watch it again if you need a laugh. And I want to thank you so much for coming. And please be safe out there. It's still crazy. People are driving crazy. The whole viral thing is crazy. And people are getting sick, and there's stomach viruses and all that. So you know what? Avoid all that. Stay home. Order online and stamp at home. That'll solve all your problems. And it'll make you happy. And the person receiving what you make will make them happy as well. So, all right, everyone. I'm going to stop. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Bye for now.